What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back with another video. Sorry if the energy is not as good today. I'll get to that at the end of the video, but today we're going to be talking about the Washington Capitals and if I believe they can win the Stanley Cup, and about how maybe the team can perform this year in the playoffs and, like I mentioned, possibly bring home Lord Stanley's Cup. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe. I'd love to have more hockey conversations with you. Join the squad. Be a lot of fun, but let's get right into this. The Washington Capitals won the Metro Division once again, and obviously it's usually a tough division. So you got some great teams in there. And, you know, it kind of dawned on me about a week ago. I've been trying to prepare this video. I was reading a Sportsnet article, maybe something from TSN, I can't remember, but it kind of dawned on me that the Washington Capitals have been so good this year, putting up a lot of points, obviously winning a division, and they've kind of laid low. In other years, the Capitals are always looked upon as the team you need to beat, the team that's going to win the Stanley Cup. And, you know, you may disagree with that, but there's been years in the past, like probably 5 or 6 years at least, where the Capitals are looked at as the team to beat. And if you don't believe me, read any articles or watch any playoff previews. The Capitals are always feared because they do have a fantastic regular season team, but they haven't been able to get it done in the playoffs. So I figured, why are the Capitals being, you know, or kind of laying under the radar here? How are they staying so low and keeping away from all of the press of, you know, are they going to win? Because usually that's one of the bigger stories. This year, it's kind of like, okay, well, the Capitals are going to be eliminated anyways. So I'm going to bring it up. And I'm sure it's been brought up before, and obviously I'm not the one that's going to make this explode and make people talk about it again, but I can spark a little bit of a discussion by saying, can Alexander Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals finally win the Stanley Cup this year? Since winning the President's Trophy in the 2009-2010 season, the Washington Capitals have been pegged as a team that you need to beat. They're always there at the top. So, is this a year where they can finally maybe let a little bit of that pressure off, not being the main story going into the playoffs this year, and finally get it done? I mean, with no pressure, there is pressure there, of course. I can't say no pressure, but with a lot of the pressure taken off by not winning, you know, the President's Trophy, not being the best team in the NHL, that pressure might be a little, you know, gone. It might be a little bit off their shoulders, and especially the captain, Alexander Ovechkin. I mean, I don't want to use this word, but they kind of always choke in the playoffs. Let's be real. They've been a team to beat for years. I mean, the Leafs almost took them out in round 1 last year. It went 6 games, and people were saying 4. I mean, let's be real here. That Capitals team was dangerous last year. They've been dangerous every year. There's always something that goes against the Capitals. They always seem to lose it, I guess, in the playoffs. And Alexander Ovechkin is a guy that kind of gets this pegged on him all the time, that he chokes in the playoffs and stuff like that. He still puts up a lot of points, but it's always going to haunt him as the fact that he's never won the Stanley Cup yet. I mean, you have to look at them like this. What happens to them? What's the difference between the regular season to the playoffs? Like, I've used this in videos before, and I don't exactly want to use it all the time, but there's teams that are built for the playoffs. And it's almost like the Capitals are not built for the playoffs. They're a regular season team. And I'm not gonna, like, please, before Capitals fans get all frustrated, I love the Capitals. I think they're fantastic. I love Alexander Ovechkin. I've said it before. You can see stuff in the background. I am a mega fan of Ovechkin. I love Holtby. I love Grubauer. I love their whole team. Backstrom, they're a fantastic hockey team. But it's like they're two different teams. They aren't playoff built, and maybe this year's different, but look at the Rangers and the Penguins when they played them in the past. It's like those teams just found ways to win, and the Capitals haven't done that. So, going into this one, are they going to be that same team? Are they going to be the regular season team, or are they going to be a playoff team? Are they going to take that, all those wins, and take it in there and actually do something? It's in Ovi's head. He's got to get something done. Justin Williams, Marcus Johansson, and Kevin Shattenkirk are no longer with the team, so that value is gone. They've lost a little bit of their core. I mean, Shattenkirk wasn't really a big add to me. He was supposed to be, but he didn't do exactly what the Capitals wanted to be honest. So you don't have those guys for this run. Williams is a really good player, so is Johansson, but you're losing a little bit. I wouldn't say a ton. Williams, to me, would be the guy that you're losing the most out of. He's got experience, and he's a good veteran. And what will the goaltending situation be like? Will Braden Holtby get the crease? Or will it be Philip Grubauer, the guy who has been fantastic all year as well? Holtby is a proven goaltender. He's fantastic. I've used that word a lot. He is a very good goaltender, but Grubauer might be the answer in this playoffs. Maybe you need to switch something up, but having two pretty decent goalies, pretty good goalies to be honest with you, going into the playoffs is a win-win situation in my eyes. I don't think goal scoring will be a problem for this team. Backstrom, Kuznetsov, Oshie, Carlson on the back end. You've got a lot of guys that can make things happen. Their playmaking abilities are something that all people see. The Washington Capitals are a great 5-on-5 team. They need to translate this into the playoffs, keep making those plays, but they need to get gritty. They need to win battles in the corners. I know it's so cheesy, but they really do. You need to play a little bit more tough, and I think the Leafs even played pretty tough against them last year. But there's teams like, again, in the past, the Rangers, the Penguins, that play them tough, and they don't have an answer. That needs to change this year. So, I mean, if you look at it on paper, they've got great talent, they've got good goaltending, they've got good coaching, management, whatever. So, going into the biggest event of the year, going into these playoffs, can the Capitals get over those demons? Can Ovi get it out of his head? Can they finally win the Stanley Cup? Let me know what you guys think down below. I know this was just brief, but I just wanted to get my thoughts off. I thought it was pretty cool to just talk about this. If you're new, join the squad. I'd love to have more hockey conversations with you, but I've got something else I want to touch on. Yesterday, the Humboldt Broncos, a team in Saskatchewan, a hockey team, they were traveling to a playoff game, and unfortunately 14 players passed, or 14 people passed. I know they were the head coach, the captain was involved. Nothing is 100% confirmed yet with other names and people. I kind of want to keep those names out of the video just because I don't know what these families or anything, you know, want people to say, because not a lot has been released yet. But I know I think 15 other players were injured, or 15 other people were injured. There was some in critical condition. This is absolutely terrible. Excuse me. I want to send my thoughts and prayers to the family, to the community, because this is tragic. I've been on traveling teams, hockey teams before. A lot of these guys on this team are my age or close to my age. So this is not something you want to wake up to, and I'm hoping and praying for these families to recover from this terrible situation. And if you guys can donate anything, the GoFundMe link will be down below. I believe they've already accumulated over $1 million so far. And, you know, they're going for 2, and I think that it shouldn't stop. We should keep going, because all the money will be distributed to all the families and all the staff and whatever who deserve this money. They really need it right now. So if you can donate even $2 or $5, even $1, anything to the GoFundMe, please do that. Me and my family are putting together some money to donate to this situation. And I'm heartbroken. It's the hockey community. We want to stick together, and yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so please, whatever you guys can do, click the link down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.